It is very likely that there is an unannounced DC video game in production at Warner Bros Games Montreal right now. Warner Bros Games Montreal is the team behind Gotham Knights, but from what we understand, they are actually a two-team studio. Team A worked on Gotham Knights, and there's a Team B working on another game. This is being backed up by job listings, which are calling for gameplay designers who have worked with multiplayer architecture and character artists who can design alien creatures. Now, I want to make it clear going forward that everything I'm going to say is pure speculation, but I think that it could make sense, and it is potentially the direction I would like to see Warner Bros Games Montreal move forward in with their Gotham Knights continuity. But even in terms of that, we don't have confirmation that this is going to be in the Gotham Knights continuity. This might be set in the Batman Arkhamverse, or it might not even be a DC game at all. This could be based on another Warner Brothers property, or it could be a completely original IP. We just don't know. But assuming that this is going to be a DC video game that isn't going to be Gotham Knights 2 or a direct follow-up to Gotham Knights, I mean, it might be, but I find that somewhat unlikely if that's Team A's priority. My guess is Team B would be working on a different property. But again, assuming that this is not a Gotham Knights 2, I wanted to discuss what this could be. What DC superhero could we be following on our next adventure with Warner Bros. Games Montreal? I think currently the most speculated one is Teen Titans. I think people are really sold on the idea that we could be seeing the Gotham Knights mechanics move to the Teen Titans and we could see a full game based around them. I've also heard the rumor that a Superman game is at the works at Warner Bros. Games Montreal, though I find that somewhat unlikely. But for Warner Bros. Games Montreal, if I could pick where they went next, and with where I actually think it's pretty likely for them to go, I would say the Green Lanterns. Usually the biggest argument that I hear against this theory is that the Green Lanterns aren't mainstream enough, but I do think it's fair to say that Warner Bros. Does want the Green Lanterns in the mainstream. There was, of course, the Ryan Reynolds movie that nobody liked with Green Lantern in it before he started making good superhero movies.
Cool, huh?
But even after that, Warner Bros. Has tried for a while to get another Green Lantern movie off the ground. They've tried to get an animated series in the works. There have been some animated films that they've put out there. So it does seem like one of those properties that Warner Bros. Does want to push forward and does want to get popular, but I also think that it seems like they're a little bit hung up on how to really execute the Green Lantern property in the mainstream. All that I'm saying is that even though we haven't seen a Green Lantern movie or television series in a while, it would also be fair to say that the Bat family was in a similar situation. The Bat family isn't super prevalent in the mainstream, and so I don't know that making a Green Lantern game is as far out of the question as people think it is. In terms of gameplay, Gotham Knights was an RPG that was really focused on customization, collecting gear, and honestly, I think that that would fit really well in line with the Green Lanterns.
What the hell is with that mask?
Came with the outfit.
The Green Lanterns have rings that can create constructs and that can basically pull anything from the wearer's mind into the real world, and I think that an RPG customizable world would be a great place to do that. Getting to play around with your ring's abilities and what you could bring in using quick fire mechanics at a moment's notice would be really fun. The game could either benefit from being a little bit more linear like Guardians of the Galaxy, or they could have it be an open world space adventure where you can visit different planets, which would be a lot of fun as well. I also feel that there would be an added benefit of no longer treading the ground that Rocksteady tread on when they did their Arkham series with Gotham Knights, but instead you could now take it to an IP that hasn't really been explored much in the video game space. Getting to choose which lantern you play as, getting to go up against villains like Sinestro, that's not really something I've ever played through in a AAA game, and I would like to see it happen. Getting to customize how my ring works and really make it mine would be a lot of fun. Overall, I just think it's an IP and a location that would work better with the Gotham Knights gameplay loop than Gotham Knights did. Getting to see the ranged attacks of Gotham Knights be turned into abilities that you're using with your ring, getting to see those momentum abilities except as constructs that you're getting to create with your ring. To me, it honestly just feels like a match made in heaven. I would love to play a Green Lantern game with a modified version of the Gotham Knights gameplay. I think that those would fit very well in hand. I would even argue that I didn't think that the gameplay loop of Gotham Knights was bad. I do just think that maybe it was a bit of a mismatch for the type of game that was being made. I think that Green Lantern would fit far better in line with what I played through in Gotham Knights. Obviously, there are other things they could do. They could make a game about the Flash where you can play as different characters in the Flash universe. That could be really fun. They could make a game about Green Arrow and his friends. That could be fun. They could make an Aquaman game. There's a lot of directions that they could go, but ultimately I just personally feel that Green Lantern feels like it would fit the job descriptions here the best, and I think that after playing Gotham Knights, if I had to pick a DC IP to pair that gameplay loop with, I would pick the Green Lantern. So that would be my pick. Let me know in the comments below what yours would be. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and thank you all so much for watching. We will see you guys in the next one.